Hey guys, so today we will be going over a Smogon or U team that I made, or a singles team that I made. It's this team right here. So this team is not Trick Room, but it has multiple modes. So it's obviously a Sun team. So what you do in the beginning is, hold on. So what you do in the beginning is you have a choice scarf for URSHIFU. I know this is a strange item to have, but a choice scarf URSHIFU in the early game is really strong. And in the late game, it's also really strong. So with choice scarf URSHIFU, you can U-turn out in the first turn, so you get momentum, and then you can switch into Torkoal. It's very situational. If you see that you need to run Torkoal, then you can run Torkoal in the beginning, but URSHIFU in the beginning is really strong. So on the URSHIFU, I run Choice Scarf, obviously, Unseen Fist, which is his normal ability, Iron Head, Wicked Blow, U-Turn, and Close Combat. You can see that I don't run Sucker Punch because, well, I'm running Choice Scarf. You don't really need to run both Choice Scarf and Sucker Punch. Sometimes Sucker Punch comes in handy, but for my set, I don't run Sucker Punch because I run U-Turn instead. Iron Head and Close Combat is for coverage, and Wicked Blow is just a really strong move. So set-wise, I run max attack, max speed with adamant nature, with investment in HP because, well, that 4 doesn't really matter. Then I run Torkoal Venusaur. Torkoal, I run a bulky set Torkoal. I don't run a Heat Wave set Torkoal. You need this Torkoal to survive hits. That's what it's known for. I run Yawn, Protect, Rapid Spin, Lava Plume. A lot of people run Stealth Rock instead of Protect, which I'll replace right here because I had gone a couple of games with it, and I feel like Stealth Rock is much more valuable than Protect. I run Yawn because a lot of people they Gmax in front of Torkoal because they expect to switch in. So a Yawn just mitigates the Gmax or Dmax. This is for Showdown, so they don't really Dynamax, but if you put it on the Switch, if you put it on Battle Spot, if you battle your friends, a lot of people do Dynamax in front of the Torkoal. Whether it be Cinderace, it just, you can't one hit this Torkoal unless maybe you Dynamax a. No, you can't one hit this Torkoal because there's investment in special attack, special defense. I run Assassin Nature, so special D goes up a little bit from its normal low. I have investment in defense, special attack, and Spadef. It's a little bit more in Spadef, but it's there. The Venusaur is just the normal OU close chlorophyll sweeper, except instead of Earth Power, I run Sludge Bomb because when you max it, max poison does a lot of damage, and it raises special attack, so you get basically a half growth right in there. Max special attack, max speed with modest, so max special attack. I run Life Orb on it, so it does more damage, and I run Chlorophyll, so it, well, the reason it's in Sun is because of Chlorophyll. So it outspeeds its opponents. Venusaur is a really good Cinderace counter because Max Grass basically takes it out once you've gotten a growth in. After that, I run Rotom Wash. So a really big weakness to this team is Gyarados. Before I added Rotom Wash into the mix, Gyarados, it just sweeps this team. Rillaboom gets max airstream. After the max airstream, Venusaur goes down. Max water kills Torkoal. Toxapex survives a couple of hits, but then after a while, 8 goes down too. And URSHIFU after 2 max airstream becomes useless. A Wicked Blow brings it down to maybe 40%. So you need to run Rotom Wash for its Volt Switch. It's Will-O-Wisp. If you max it, Gyarados goes down instantly. It's basically a hard counter. But the thing about this Rotom Wash is that it's a bulky set Rotom Wash. It has max def and max Spadef with a bold nature. Rotom Wash counters Cinderace, counters Gyarados. It counters a lot of the meta. So Rotom Wash is a really good at it. And because it's bulky, it survives hits. And with its moveset, Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Hex, it does the damage. And it also has side effects with the Will-O-Wisp and Hex. Along with Rotom Wash, I run Rillaboom. Rillaboom, Choice Band Rillaboom to be exact. So I used to run Choice Scarf Rillaboom before I realized that I don't need to run Choice Scarf. Grassy Glide is a priority move. If you just Grassy Glide Choice Band in grassy terrain along with Stab, it can take out Pokemon very, very quickly. With max attack and speed investment along with adamant nature, Its damage is crazy, along with coverage and superpower and knockoff, and the momentum boost with U-turn. Honestly, Rillaboom is a really good Pokemon, and keeping this on the team is really good. So that's it for the team review. Now, how you use this team is based on whether or not you need Torkoal in the mix. You can start off with either Urshifu or Torkoal. Urshifu's Choice Scarf U-turn, along with its damage output, its really high attack stat, makes it so that U-turns do a bunch of damage. It can be from 15% to 100%. So Urshifu's U-turn creates momentum. Off that U-turn, you can switch into Torkoal, setting the Sun, set up Stealth Rocks, and then from there you can Yawn if they G-Max or D-Max. If they don't, then you can just run Lava Plumes. If they switch out to Water type, you can switch to Rotomoa's Volt Switch out for momentum. And then after some point, you can, after the Sun has been set, if it's still set, you can switch into Venusaur. If you see that their matchup is bad and they're going to switch out, you can Growth. If you see that the matchup is good, you can Giga Drain to gain back some HP. You can Sludge Bomb to take out Pokemon. Venusaur becomes a really good late game sweeper. Now, Rillaboom is one of those Pokemon that is very much situational. It's good in the late game. You don't run it until you need to run it. In the late game, Choice Band Rillaboom's Grassy Glide comes into great use. And then for Toxapex is what it's known for, a staller. As you can see, I don't run Toxic. I run Toxic Spikes and I run Baneful Bunker along with Scald and Recover. If it's a Pokemon that can't get Toxic, well, you can Scald it and then get an eventual burn. Recover makes it so that you can stall because Toxapex survives hits after hits. Its defense and special defense are so high. It survives earthquakes, it survives drill runs, it survives earth powers, survives all those moves. So you can get a toxic spikes off, you can get a baneful bunker off, you can get a scald off. And recovers are, well, they're situational. Some damage, if they do 15% damage, you can scald, you can toxic spikes. It's a really good Stallmon. With the toxic or the burn from the scald, you can bring it. You can transition into Rotom-Wash's Hex, which does double damage, I believe, if it's burnt. If it has a status condition. Now, something that's really important in this team is in this meta, Stealth Rock, Spikes, Toxic Spikes, all of these win conditions, I can say, are really good because it does passive damage. The Toxic kills Pokemon. With that, you can bring in Torkoal. So Torkoal has Rapid Spin. What this means is that it wipes out all the spikes, all the Stealth Rocks. It wipes out all the sets off your side of the field. Because this is so meta right now, Rapid Spin is so valuable. If you set up your rocks and your spikes, and they court change with Cinderace, then it brings all of those rocks over to you. So you can Rapid Spin, and it goes off the field. Rapid Spin has a lot of value. Stealth Rock has a lot of value. And Yawn, obviously, is really good. Lava Plume is just there for residual damage. It doesn't do much, but it does do a little bit of damage when you're, I don't know, sacking your Torkoal, or if you don't want to switch out for that turn. So with this team, you cover basically everything. Let's see, Volcarona, you have Rotom Wash, you have Venusaur, you have Urshifu. Magearna, you have Torkoal Venusaur with its Weather Ball and Torkoal's Lava Plume. With Trick Room, you have Torkoal. You can stall out Trick Room with Rotom Wash and Toxapex. What else? If you see a weird team, Corviknight gets blasted by Torkoal Venusaur. Fire is just a really strong typing right now. Rillaboom deals with any water types, any normal type. Superpower kills Snorlax. I believe it does about 80%, so Rocks basically brings it down to it. You can just Grassy Glide it if you need to. Superpower kills it. If you're playing with your friends, Toxapex really does give out the value with Toxic Spikes, and Venusaur's Gmax is just amazing. You get residual damage with the grass damage from Gmax Grass. It's Gmax move. You get Stealth Rock damage. You get Toxic Spike damage. At some point, most Pokemon are brought down to 50%. Cinderace with Stealth Rocks and Toxic Spikes are brought down to 50% the moment it comes into the game, so that Venusaur it outspeeds, or you can Grassy Glide kill it. Cinderace basically becomes useless against this team. If I see Cinderace, I'm like, yes, they've wasted him on. Cinderace is most likely, if you're facing against Cinderace, make sure that your late game is strong. Because your early game, if they bring in Cinderace in the early game, they're basically dead. Urshifu with its Scarf, I believe it kills with Wicked Blow. It's just a really good it has many modes. It's U-turn potential. It gets momentum really easily. If they play even one wrong move, Venusaur can growth kill them. I've seen Venusaur wipe out 5 Pokemon in a team by itself because they couldn't deal with it. Anyway, that's it for this team. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good month. Hope your quarantine is going well. Bye-bye.